I won't be giving a revision or comment that I have on the Enochian Keys in this because of limited tape time. But I will be giving as much as I can think that I can fit. There are 49 Enochian keys, 18 regular keys, called the 30 aethers, which, replacing the name, you get 30, and the unnamed key, which I will be going over in a minute here. The original title of this work was 48 Claves Angelica. I guess you're wondering why there are 49 Enochian keys instead of 48 or 19 of them. The 49th key, or 0 key, is the unspoken round table of Navalge. This key is the key of Yod, which is unspoken, or spoken if you wish. The 19th key, or called the 30 aethers, is 30 keys because the name of the aether in the beginning of it depends on the aether being worked with. These keys are said to be the word of Yod. This may merely be metaphors or other scriptures retold. I say these are patterns of faith. Each one has different symbols, purposes, and circumstances best used in. I use the unspoken key during the new moon, 27th through 30th of the lunar month, and other keys with the number corresponding to the same lunar day. I usually recite them during the evening or night, in front of a between a candle or two, or three, and a dark mirror, and a dark mirror. My septum, my spiritus loci. But I don't summon anything. The addresses to light beings, celestial objects, and other good beings are thought to be the context of being the words of Yod. Addresses made to the fire beings, in this case the evil ones, or sometimes those of the evil ones. The internet, the saying, oh this and oh that, is a representation of the actions between Yod and these light beings and fire beings, or between each other, or between humans and them. They also call upon things for oneself. I'm not using them to summon up anything, which most of the time I don't see any beings, and I don't see the type of beings that one runs across in Boeotia work. Capital letters are often intoned separately. The righteous counterpart of what Anton LaVey says the keys are for in his work, The Satanic Bible. Key 1. This key is an initial proclamation of Yod, stating the start of laws and religions and the everlasting power for those bold enough to realize earthly beginnings and absolutes. Key 2. This key symbolizes the lust that sustained life in a righteous context. It recognizes the earthly heritage unto a talisman of power. Key 3. This establishes the righteous religious leaders as having power over peoples throughout the ages. Key 4. This refers to the cycling ages of time. They have cyclical properties. Key 5. Righteous priests and Gnostics. A Gnostic is a person with first-hand knowledge of the unseen. I'm not saying all the unseen, part of the unseen makes you a Gnostic. Were placed for guidance. Key 6, this key represents religious orders and institutions. The trapezoid is an important symbol for them. And religious orders have been using the trapezoid as their main symbol. The block, bigger than any normal block, but yet it bothers a lot of people. Key 7, this key promotes chastity, good attraction, and righteous pleasure. Key 8, this key refers to the appearance of the age of wickedness. You know, this age. Key 9, this key invokes protection against false values, false substances, and false devices. Key 10, this key refers to the growing wrath from the Creator and the created, and violence growing. Key 11, this key is to symbolize the resurrection, established substance, and binding to the earth. It is used as a funerary call. Key 12, this is to vent displeasure and remove woe. This is also a prayer against evil announcers. You know, the priests and such, and preachers that make their evil announcements. Yeah, I think you know what they are. Oh, this group's evil, and this are making up stuff about religions and sanctified people and all this other garbage. Key 13, this is to reawaken righteous desires, to vex the wicked, saying, stop your denial. Key 14, this is a call for vengeance and the manifestation of justice. Key 15, this is the resolution of acceptance and understanding of adepts whose duty lies in guiding those who seek the true religion and its many paths or options. So, not elevating myself, this points out my duty to share my knowledge to who would ask. And this is part of the reason why I'm making this tape. Key 16, this organizes the earth's contrasts and substances and sustenance and their dichotomies. Key 17, this is to enlighten the numbered and tell revelation of destruction. Key 18, this opens up the heaven and symbolizes Lucifer's, Venus, coming forth, and the blessing of this planet as a symbol of spiritual enlightenment. Key 19, this key refers to natural law and natural balance, lays bare hypocrisy and the unrighteous or slaves beneath it. It tells of wrath for the wicked and lays down the foundation of success for the lover of life. The unspoken key or the Tablet of Navalge. Received Tuesday morning, April 10, 1584. True Faithful Relation, page 73 to 76. Upper area, upper left, highest life, relation, name, highest life, relation, pleasing Yod, substance, joy, presence, praising. Lower left, name, life, relation, power, motion of Yod, substance, power, motion, administering. Upper right, life not yet defined, result of relation, result of actions of Yod, actions, events, establishing. Lower right, lowest life, using Yod, morning, conflict, puzzlement. Content represents the known and unknown qualities of Yod. Some of these qualities are specifically mentioned in the Enochian system. The circumference means nothing is done without Yod's permission. That means that God has the ruling will. The order and arranging of the parts of the table represent how Yod is the cause of all and does all things perfectly. Revelation, the tablet. Navalge says, understand as God is the substance of the whole. The tablet looks like this. The tablet is the Enochian name of God, Yod, in 3 angles. Yud. Mos means joy, and Mozod is the joy of God. It is Ma. Presenting I call Zir. Navalge. I'm Navalge. Zida Ahoy Mizir. Part 4. This lesson is greater than any learned in Cracovia. He does say, away god The circumference is the finger of God, which is the mover of all. Hagrav Kas Yagnei Yastav Lily. The first key. I will skip the vision, as I have related this one, and go straight to the basic commentary. The first 3 keys are vital elements of OTO and Golden Dawn ritual. The first key represents the abolishment of temporal theologies, also how Gnosticism, religious knowledge, is given to those who seek it. By verse, the themes of this call are 1. God is Christos, meaning the Most High and exalted King. God the exalted. As humans are unlike other living creations, inasmuch as man was made without the use of light beings. Don't assume that the hands of God compared to the hands of humans in any way. The purpose and creation of humans was very special and unique. The last sentence was the 3rd verse. Now the 4th verse, God purifies the soul. 5th verse, God causes people to be admired for good things. 6th verse, parts of the out-there world are sometimes seen by people. Symbols of Gnosticism in the 7th verse. 8. An oath of righteousness. 9. Only created things begin or end. 10. God is the enlightening and the absolute light. 11. God is the good judge. 12. Do not keep religious knowledge to yourself. 13. One should be especially kind to those who submit to God. 14. God rules all substances and elements. Ol sone forsa boho yad belt lanish kalsvon baho sobra zororiata nas pasado rat al malbrog das hoc anuthos yemazon puma da nublo zien soba filgonun progialde des barbas oboli versam o rila tabapier des zon ringsam camirum yadna piella farzamuzan rosa adna ungunu yadil des homoto sobra yaud yep odvil yep yes des lo holovitsund pauamang odbong pai tapiapalto ovan zakakau zamranoro kikli ka zorgilap ziedo nokomad hoat yeda iksar Hagoma Nanda Vietom Ihnab K Aunt Rumto
Pan, Map, Otma, Tanoa, Yaks, Bunhe. Another such words. I rule over you, says the God of justice and power, exalted above firmaments of wrath, whose hand is the sun like a sword, and the moon as a penetrating fire, who measures you amongst his actions and puts you together as the palms of his hands, whose seat I covered with fire of gathering, and beautified your clothes with admiring, to whom I made a rule to supervise holy ones, who delivered you a rod with the ark of knowledge. Furthermore, you raised your voices, swearing obedience and faith to the one who lives in victory, whose beginning is non-existent, nor end can exist, who shines like a flame in the center of your palaces, and rules amongst you as the balance of good and truth. Move and show yourselves and tell the mysteries of your creation. Be friendly to the servant of your deity, a true worshipper of the highest. Nazakoma, the Tablet of Union. Air, water, fire, earth, fire. Air, water, earth, fire. Spirit, spirit of air, spirit of water, spirit of earth, spirit of fire. In this key, you see some variation in the words. Kila farazim zanraza adna gono yadiodas humto. Moreover, you lifted up and swore obedience to the living God, which triumphs divinely. Sakakaut, Zanran, Odo, Kiekli, Zorgi, Labzero, Nokuman, Hoa, Hieda. May we not reveal and open mysteries of creation be threatening to me, because I'm the servant of the same God, a true worshipper of the highest. And the line, Piamo, Ipiata, Il, Baltala, Udvoan, Armiamo, Ipiatio, Balto, of righteousness, the first place, like the same in truth, which shines in the middle of 42 palaces and arises amongst you like a balance. The first version are with those that fall, and the second with those that are glorified. Shines divinely with the glory. The second key, themes and notes in this key are, no one can truly understand the Creator. The first can be thought of as the sun or some protected object. All but other than divine are thought of as created. The second might be the moon or Mercury. The Messiah is thought to have had a son. The Messiah was taken to the heavens until his second coming. The Messiah, like in Zoroastrian and Jewish tradition, is in no way divine. 3. Cups are a symbol related to life, female, west, and water. 4. Flowers are a symbol of beauty and sacredness. Marital relationships and how they can fade. Don't have to in this case, unlike a real flower. 5. God is more unmovable than stone. God is mightier than stone. 6. The mansions of this world do not compare to that of the afterworld. 7. When God commands, we should obey. 8. A trance can be like a hum. The phrase I am one of means of the same purpose. Angud papa zong od five sod vievla sobam yal pravyazazas piad pa kasarma abramag tatalho paraklida batalarsluk tavrabas oibalto oiviek yeslavsad oren unyakat Jespiauzongon Lavno Androv Korstang Iok Manyan Yedon Torzavongo Yuzakar Kakunokod Zamran Yakauzo Zazumriok Lapzier Yoyad. On the wings of the winds understand your voices of wonder. Part second of the first, whom blazing flames flamed in the depths of the jaws, Messiah. To whom there was prepared like cups for a wedding, or like flowers beautiful for the chamber of the righteous. Stronger are your feet than barren stone, and mighty are your voices than the manifest winds. What becomes your building such as is not except in the mind that thou powerful? Arise, says the first, move accordingly, servant, reveal in power and make me a strong, seething, for I am of the one who lives forever. The third key. This key is thought to represent religious leaders gaining power. Things to note in this key are 1. The symbolism of the circle includes without beginning or end. The hands of God refer to God's spiritual power, and the rest says that the lesser amounts of power are used at sometimes versus others. The 12 kingdoms refer to the 12 signs of the zodiac. The 12 zodiac signs are a sign of the wonder of how the deity governs the universe with complete dominion. All rely on God. The 6 red stars, hexagram, are a religious sign. Astrology is a great sin. 3. The power of God is required for every function of earthly beings. The hands of God are unlike the hands of any other. The symbol of hands means power. The rising and resting of hands refers to varying degrees of manifestation. 4. The 12 seats can refer to the hours of the day or night. Or they're the same as kingdoms. 5. In some translations, instead of 4, 5, 6, blah, is listed as 9. 6. The corners may refer to the 4 great archangels who do the bidding of the Creator in this world and the next. The corners may also be the 4 quarters, which are air, fire, earth, and water. 7. Ritual clothing should be symbolic. It should be a representation of such person. 8. Good things should be done in the name of God. 9. God bestows more, not all this world, mercies upon the righteous. 10. Secret religious knowledge is bestowed upon many who seek it. Miek mango hoyad zirkom sil az indiabos londo nors chiesophiel niegip havendel chies tapaviam gamos plich tiloch Kavian totor chiesti mauzin desproda od torzaval Yaleil balzarg ododa la fielan osnitab Dlamgavum sarglon sap kapia male urskla homya prokasafafin Yezopomyanog dignita vavananail pankir malkir ge Kielan kausag noan benali balt odvuan doyaman goholor gohbas amiran yakma yihbas os kakakon odoinu armiakaus Ion Pasar Magohya Zakar Vanyaglag Od Yumvamar Pago Plable Ananail Khan. Behold, says God, I am the circle on whose hands rest 12 kingdoms. 6 are seats of living breath, and the rest, like sharp sickles, are horns of death. The cross. Wherein earth creatures are not except my hands, which sleep and arise. In the beginning I made you as stewards and placed you 12 seats of government, giving to every one of you power successfully over 4, 5, 6, the true ages of time, intent that from your highest vessels and the corners of your government you could work my power, pouring down fires of life and increase constantly on the earth. You become the skirts of mantles of justice and truth. In the name of your deity, I say, lift up yourselves. Behold, his mercy flourish, and his name becomes mighty amongst us, in whom we say, move, descend, and act towards us as sharers of secret wisdom of creation. The fourth key. This key is thought to refer the cycling ages of time. There is a reference to Jacob's ladder, in which Jacob saw light beings going up to the heavens and down again in a dream. According to Brashya Vyataza, or Genesis 28, 10 to 22. There are 33 lunar years, months every year, to every 32 solar years approximately. The second quarter is fire. Some translations, Mapha is translated first of the 9 forever, or 9 to the infinite power, instead of 9639. 3, a second beginning, is a restoration of what is sacred, a restoration by the sacred. 4, in some translations, 4, 5, 6, Kala is 9. Five. God gives pleasure as a gift to the world. 6. Enjoyment should be in the name of the Creator, therefore not to wicked ends. O Theology babagi odopago honga kieski avavgo hormat padasona viev kasarmeo alemapha sobamang hormpo kuryapla kasarmang groodzekies odvagid Dasta Capyamale, Chies Capyamaun, Odlanchien, Chies Tagla, Torsev Nur Das He, Onverkauska, Bagli, Zirine Yadas, Yod Apyala, Do Ye Zakar, Zamran, Ovil Yasong, Ristil, Ainor Molap. Seated my feet in the south, and looked about, saying, Are not the thunders of increase numbered 33, which be in power in the second angle, under whom placed 9639, whom none have numbered but one, in whom the second beginning of things are and wax strong, which successively are the numbers of time, and the powers are the first 4, 5, 6, Arise, you of enjoyment, and visit the earth. For I am the Lord your deity, which is and lives. In the name of the Creator, move and reveal as pleasant deliverers, that you may praise him amongst the sons of man. The fifth key. This key is thought to say there are righteous priests and Gnostics. Angle also means initiate degree. Section, quarter, are degree. The third quarter being earth. The angles are also seen as being windows to the fourth dimensions. The fourth dimension is theoretical. 19 beings are commanded to charge over hellfire, and these same are signs to those who disbelieve. The 19 can also refer to the benefits gained from the recital of the 19 Enochian Keys. 19 is the number value for God. Sometimes Pigal is translated as 10,000 instead of 69636. Sapos yemyadagyev onoas bakanyas adroch dorpakausam odfaunts piriepsol tabayor kasarm anyapse nazarf atodlavar chiezyovleda aoskito torge Ozachies Isyask Ola Onyev Odya Otyelad Das Tirachafar Ikal Soba Kormpa Chiesta Lavas On Obasampa Neyes Odarbas Kas Baitharze O Bulurgea Idnas Kieklis Pagliadyala. The strong sounds have entered the third angle, and I become like olives in Olive Mount, looking with gladness as continual comforters, under whom I fastened pillars of gladness, 19, and gave them vessels to water the earth with all her creatures, and they are brothers of the first and the second of their own seats, which are garnished with continual burning lamps, 69 to 636, which numbers are as the first and the ends and the contents of time. Therefore come ye and obey the nature of your creation, visit in peace and comfort, conclude them all receivers of mystery. Why? The deity is one. The sixth key. This key is thought to refer to the structure of religious institutions. In Kero, Grunions, the Book of Solomon's Magic, a triangle is the philosophical first plane of manifestation. God also means spirit. Akam is also translated as 9 forever. Constant. Instead of 7699. Another meaning of the number 9 is renewal. Water is a representation of the restoration or rebirth. Essentially, we're reborn in a way whenever we repent of a sin. The sets of numbers are thought as being symbolic, or codes. Sadyev inyakaus pielazyen Sobam ilharg vir Babylon Odoblok Samvilg Glamgar Malpierg Arkauske Odakam Kanal Soba Ilzap Bulyarn Kausung On Chies Anitab Onyan Taviev Og Darsar Sobit Yen Reta Odzakam Yimyakauzo Sobahat Tarian Lavyahi Od Ikrien Mangaun. The fire beings of the fourth degree are 9 strong in the ferment of waters, trapezoid, whom the first planted as a torment for the wicked and a wreath for the righteous, giving them fiery darts. We found the earth. And 7, 6, 9 continuous workmen whose courses visit with comfort. And our government and persistence as the second and the third. Wherefore, hearken to my voice, I spoke of you, and move in power and presence, whose works will be a chant of honor and the praise of the deity of your creation. 7th key. Anton Sazander LaVey, in his book The Satanic Bible, replaces words like Yod, God, with Satan. Also, the words like virgin and other good things are replaced by malevolent or blasphemous words in his book. This belief probably stems from an apologetic written by John Dee. All the keys are important in satanic ritual. This church. This is especially true of the 7th, the 8th, and the 14th, and the 19th key, which are part of the Satanic Mass. Enochian is the official ritual language of Satanism. This key is thought to refer to joy, to purity. 7 can refer to perfection or completion. Thus, 7 times 4 is perfection in all directions. Ordinance, maybe planets, or stars. Ros yel salmon paradies oigrim ayal pieranga kavian inebut moon odino asnya paradial tasarmang vagiar pierlan odzonaglaviefiatan Korsta babos yern tolhamis oba londo admian kriesta daud isvum madia yar otieret odmian kanokvol riet zakr zamran oigreme adna odom kaos I bagli pabor yen langam lon she ovum yap vagin yagyad. In the east is the house of virgins, singing praises amongst the first blaze of magnificence. When the Lord opened his mouth, and they have become 28 living dwellings, in whom the strength of man rejoices, and there are prepared ornaments of brightness, such as work wonders on all creatures, whose kingdoms and continuance are set and full of strong towers and places of comfort. Seats of mercy and prolongation, O you servants of mercy, move and appear, sing praises to the creature, and be strong to the Creator, and be strong amongst us, for unto this is remembered, is given power, and our strength grows strong, and our comforter. The 8th key is thought to refer to the appearance of the age of witness. This is now. Bosmilo yataf yeripson olanazavab ox kasargveran chies Vagindes Abramag Baltoha Gohoyad Sobam Yandrian Dalokies Abevovian Odas Yurior Yurgilchies Tadas Paugs Buvsen Kaus O Duskies O Yip Veran Pilok Kakarg O Salman Don Chodoviena Harbaf na Yeso Bagli Avago Gohon na Yeso Bagli Momaos Yeon Odmabza Yawar Oy Midday first, as the third heaven is made of pillars of heights and as 26, also the numeric value of Yahweh, in whom the elders have become strong, which I prepared for mine own righteousness, says deity, whom long continuation shall be as bucklers to the stooping dragon, certain, like the harvest of a widow. How many are there which remain in the glory of the earth, which are and will not see death until this house falls, and the dragon descends, saying, Come away, because the thunder has spoken, come away, because the crown of the temple and ceremonial dress of the one who is, was, and will be crowned are divided. Come and appear to the terror of the earth, and our comfort, such are prepared, like such are prepared. The ones that won't see death are the jinn. The jinn have a respite till the day of judgment. The ninth key is thought to refer to protection against false values, false substances, and false devices. The guard of fire is Mika'al. Mashal. Mika'al. The following illustrate unpleasant trees in the hellfire, wherein there is no pleasure. The number 9 can mean restoring, renewing, born again, or other similar words. There is no pleasure in hellfire. This is warning against the hellfire. Big A is also translated as delusions instead of 9996.
Nicole Branson. Nicole Branson prodigil natagal por the spring. Ivavi pavuntaho. Ol odobza. Sobapapach yestatan utranan. Bali alaravasan sobolan und hishok. Kanokgode kayay. Vanal don mon kauska tal azolor kanailian lalamakias. Soba madre zakias on his aviana de yelbe kauske on bantiamun barns kanyala dasyasidanas Yel daolon yerkyozo hies yal kolal Ragyan yan azoban ragyan bagli adbauto Yerlan yarne yeso yak ifa fifi bagli kokasabia korstafen yagboyor Mighty God of fire, with double-edged swords flaming, which have vials each of wrath for 2.5 times, whose wings are wormwood in the matter of salt, severed their feet in the west, and are measured with the ministers 9996. These gather up the moss earth, as a rich person doth his treasure, curse are they, whose sins are in their eyes, millstones greater than the earth, and from their mouths run seas of blood. Their eyes covered with diamonds, and their hands are marble sleeves. Happy are they on whom they frown not. The deity of righteousness rejoices in them. Come away, and without vials, for the time is such as requires comfort.
The 10th key is thought to refer to the wrath of the Creator. It grows increasingly with a lack of love. More punishments of hell are named in this key. 22 is 7 times pi. Pi has meanings of the circle. Thus 22 can mean complete and eternal. Matab is sometimes translated as 100 instead of 5, 6, 7, 8. Arak may also mean a comet. Asteroid or plane. 1,000 means also a number too large to count easily. Kuraxochies cornpo balans yes your pipes of alienon chies fiera of panor Proclamasi Bagdi Chaos Dos Yalpondos Yagos Pa Odbas Yemod Ox Das Yatrias Og Sabros Yenax Yerfab Hoan Gonalchies Constas Daus Kokasavon Yor Miekaule On Yes Onyata Kokasavos Molvedas Pagi Lara Gonderon Mator Chaos Kokasavimna La Parax Yokimata Nom Yagmonon Zolra Gane Angilad Ochyo Noib Ochyo Haus Gon Bagli Marias Yero Kisto Duryo Panayasko Yap Yedale Thunders of judgment and wrath unnumbered and harbored in the north in the likeness of Enoch, whose branches are nest 22 of lamentation and weeping laid upon the earth, rich for nights and day, vomiting out the heads of scorpions and live sulfur mixed with poison. These are the thunders which 5, 6, 7, 8 mighty earthquakes and 1,000 times as many surges which rest not, nor know any echoing time here. One rock brings down 1,000, even like the heart of man does. This thoughts, whoa, yeah, again, whoa. For the reason that the wickedness with her is, was, and shall be enormous. Come away and not your noises.
It is the it's the 19th of Rajab, which is the 7th month, 1425. Today I will be going over the 11th through 19th key. 11th key is thought by many in the cult community to be a prophecy about what happened September 11th, 2001. The Eagle being the USA, calling its allies to attack. The following verses are by them thought to mean that the servants of God, or the nations of followers of God, will gain victory against those who would spread wickedness. Are the fire under the feet. It's a specific mention of wickedness that they spread. The last prophetess came and died, and I know nothing of the monotheist tradition that confirms that such is actually a valid prophecy. As I said before, many polytheists and followers of soothsayers use this language and its keys in their religious and philosophical traditions. Most just use these as religious poems or poems. This key is thought to be a reference to resurrection. One other use of this key is as a funerary call. In verse 7 through 9, we see the first appearance of the keys as the keys of one of the most important spells of Enochian magic. First, it outlines the desire and prayer to know undefiled sacred wisdom, or even to get knowledge about the unseen. This, of course, should not be done with blasphemy or polytheism. I said should not, I think. Second, it points out a desire to be in submission to Yod and to join his priesthood. A priest is one who knows the rituals and can conduct them on his or her own, and even lead them, such as high priests do. Third and finally, it is made clear what is being worshipped. That being a creator which is above all things, such as the 63-64 formula of the Warjit-I, the Horus I, that when you add up the fraction there you get 63 and 64. There's God and there's all else. Well, all else is only that, well, this is metaphorical, of course. It's like when we're given the seven heavens thing, we're told a ring. You cast a ring into the ocean. That's the likeness of the first heaven compared to the second. And the second compared to the third is like a grain of sand in the Sahara Desert. And so on and so forth. And Abraal has 602 wings. 2 wings get him through all the 7 heavens. 600 wings are needed to get him through the Lot tree, the Ani tree, tree of the uppermost boundary, or whatever you want to call it. And then that is God. Of course, this is metaphorically, not thinking God, well, God's a circle that manifests the Big Bang inside himself. It's in God. Nothing's on God. Nothing's under God. God's not on something. God's not in something. God's not under something. So that implies, goes back to the ultimate ineffability things. Anyways, I will try to say these in my typical tones, as contained in the seeds. Oxiel hodo, okoraxo, das liederase, od babzir kamyalax, od bahon yeso, od audon salman, tilok, kasarman hok, onta yataza kieso bakorn fyadna, na yeso bagli, abram agnon kap, zakar kaud zamran, odok yekli zorgi, Labs yedonoko, mad hoat yeda. O powerful seed wailed, 5 thunders flew that were flew into the east, and the eagle spoke and cried aloud, come away, and they gathered in the house of
12th key is thought to vent displeasure and remove woe. 42 means female fertility, or the completion of worship means manifestation. Yan is also translated as abyss, or hell's pit, instead of 3663. Something about the numbers. Some of these, like for example this, could be 3663, or it can be 3663. To ensure that both meanings are put, I always say each number separate, like that. Non the son of Bali, or Krias old, have followed Hibiba, Alar, Atran, Olis, Dariak Straten, Yan, Arine, Obov, Soba, Toin, Ai, Evon Paho, Zakar, Tahub Zamran, Orokikli, Sogilat, Zero, Nokamad, Hoatieda. You that rule the south and 28. Lanterns of sadness, by girders and visit. Bring down train 3663, that the Lord might be magnified. Legions 3663, that the Lord may be magnified. Whose name among you is Ra, and the future, moving the fear and open mysteries of creation, be friendly to me. I am the cleric of the deity, the true worshipper of the highest.